What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over and ranking our top 10 power forwards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, talking about who are the best power forwards for you and your specific squad. Now, as we do dive into this thing today, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all of the recent support on the channel. You guys are the reason that I am able to do this. Now, do also want to give some guys some honorable mentions here, especially when we get down to like the diamonds here, because I included one diamond, but that's it. But we've got a lot of solid diamonds like AC Green, really solid. Boris Diaw, a really good value option for you guys. And so, those are a couple of guys that I did want to mention before I dive any further into this, as well as Paolo Banchero definitely would be on this list. So would LeBron James. But if somebody was on the small forward list outside of one specific guy, they are not going to be featured on this list either. Shout out Willis Reed. Didn't make the cut, but I really do like the card as well. Now we're going to start it off at number 10 with Pink Diamond Joakim Noah. And you guys might be like, Joakim Noah, Ty, really? Hear me out, okay? 6'11", only a 69 3 ball. But look at the defense, right? His defense is off the charts good. He's going to get you stops. He's going to be able to rebound the ball for you. I do wish his speed was a little bit higher. 85 speed, not obviously ideal. But his release is easy enough to time, easy enough to green. It's weird because it's Joakim Noah's base, but you can green with it really consistently. He's 6'11", defensively, off the charts good. And if you know anything about me, you know I prioritize defense over offense. One reason Joakim Noah is in here at my number 10. At my number 9, we're plugging in our first Galaxy Open, Chris Webber. And I know stat-wise, Chris Webber is going to be a lot better than Joakim Noah, and I don't hate Chris Webber. But at the end of the day, when I'm looking at his defensive stats, it's just like, they're fine. And that's a lot of this card. 85 3-ball, fine. Release, fine. Like, that's Chris Webber for you. He's a fine card to run. But he's going to be way overpriced. He's not going to be worth the amount he's going for. And so that bias is included in my thought process. If I know deep down Chris Webber should not be bought, he's going to be undervalued. It's really that simple, that easy. And again, he's a fine power forward for you guys to run. If you want Galaxy Opus and you want to run Chris Webber, he is absolutely going to do the job for you. It's just for me, I think we do have some better power forwards in the game. Speaking of, Shawn Kemp coming in at my number 8. You cannot sit up there and tell me Chris Webber is better than Shawn Kemp. You can't. Shawn Kemp has a higher 3-ball. Shawn Kemp has just the same amount of badges, including an extra Hall of Fame. They're the same height. Dunking the ball, Shawn Kemp's better. Defensively, Chris Webber's slightly better. But as far as an overall card, guys, Shawn Kemp is the better option. This card is super affordable. I saw one go for 40,000 MT last night. And if you can pick up Shawn Kemp for that price, I'm telling you, you're going to love the card. From top to bottom, it does not get much better than this Shawn Kemp can provide for you and your specific squad. Plays great defense, knocks down shots. There's just nothing that this Shawn Kemp card cannot do for you. And so if you are in need of a power forward, especially a budget power forward, I'm telling you, Shawn Kemp is your answer. For 40, 50,000 coins, it does not get much better. At my number 7, Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem is always going to be steady on this game. Like, you know what you are getting out of the card. Vooch base, but he's 7 feet tall, has an incredibly good player model, player build, and he's going to knock down shots at a super, super high level. And so when I'm looking at, your top power forwards in the game, I think we've got to be talking about Hakeem the Dream. Does everything at just a really, really high level. And to me, with Hakeem, it starts with this player build. He's got a great player build on the court. He's going to be better defensively than offensively. But honestly, offensively, he's fine as well. 84 3-ball, pretty smooth release. But that 87 speed at 7 feet tall with his player build and all these defensive badges, Hakeem is a beast of a power forward coming in at my number 7. At my number 6, Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now look, if you have a souped Giannis with extra Hall of Famers, he's obviously higher than this. But Giannis is going to be Giannis on this game. I mean, there's not a whole lot to bad you can really say about Giannis. You know what you're getting out of the card. He's an absolute beast of a power forward. And again, if you've not had the chance to use Giannis, you don't know what you're missing out on. Now, his 67 3-ball, it honestly feels higher because his release is so easy to time, easy to green. And I know it might seem weird to you guys, but that's the truth. Like, his release is so easy to time, easy to green that, you know, you got to hype it up a lot more than that 67 shows. Defensively, comes with every badge in the game. And I know a lot of them aren't Hall of Famers, but the way I see it is, even if they're not, you know, all those Hall of Fame badges, it's bigger than that, right? Because Giannis is going to be able to, with his player build, play lanes. He's going to be able to rebound the ball. He's 6'11". He's better than Hakeem Olajuwon, in my opinion. That's me, in my opinion. But when I had the choice of Giannis or Hakeem, guess what, guys? I chose Giannis Antetokounmpo. At my number 5, Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, and I know you guys are maybe gonna hate on me for this, because I have been all over the place with Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm willing to admit that. I'm willing to admit that I've been all over the place with Jaren, but it's a weird situation. It's a really weird situation for Jaren, because he's got 12 Hall of Famers. He's got 16 gold badges. He has a smooth release. He's got a high 3-ball. As time goes on, I just feel like I get higher and higher on Jaren. He's been a steady on my squad for, you know, the last few weeks. I mean, genuinely, nobody's been able to replace what this card can do for me. And I honestly think he's probably better at that power forward position than the center position. Now, if you want to play him at center, that's fine. I personally do play him at center. I'm just saying, I think right now he probably is still slightly better at that at the power forward position. But Jaren is an absolute stud, an absolute beast of a card on this game. There's no flaws in him. He's going to knock down shots. He's going to play good defense. Look at the defensive Hall of Famers this card has. If you are in need of a power forward, Jaren, pretty good value for whatever his price is. At my number 4, it is Bob McAdoo, card that came out the other week. And I will never hate on this card ever. There won't be one day I hate on this card. 78 3-ball, smooth release, great inside scoring if you want to mash, good playmaker, great speed, perfect defense. I mean, if you look at this card minus the 3-ball, he's basically an invincible card. That's the way I see it. And if you want to disagree with me, that's fine. But tell me how he's not basically an invincible card. His stats, nearly perfect. His badges, nearly perfect. Yes, you're going to have to badge the card up, add some key ones to him. But I feel like the card is literally nearly perfect on this game. And so when I'm looking at Bob McAdoo, there's no flaws whatsoever on this game. So I love Bob. He will play for my if I had the card, he's overpriced, but if I had the card, he would play for my foreseeable future. At my number 3, Galaxy Opal Dwight Howard. Weird power forward. I get it, guys. It's a weird twist here, because I didn't honestly expect Dwight to be this high. But the way you got to think of Dwight Howard, and again, I don't love Dwight's release, but the way I think of Dwight is a better version of like a Giannis Antetokounmpo's Pink Diamond. Now, we'll get to my number 2 and number 1. But as far as a Pink Diamond Giannis, I think Dwight is better. Not going to shoot the ball that well, but defensively, I think the card is slightly better. As far as his offense, not going to give you a whole lot, but his 3-ball is high enough you're going to be able to green the occasional one. And I think that's the best way to think about Dwight Howard. His defense off the charts good. His player build is ridiculous. D12 is going to be the real deal on this game on the defensive side of the ball. Now, offensively, that's a different story. His offense is not good whatsoever. His release is not good. I really hate Dwight offensively, but his defense more than makes up for it. Wide player build. Kind of a, if you want to phrase it like this too, you could. A better version of a Hakeem Olajuwon, I think, is a fair assessment of Dwight Howard as well. Coming in at my number 2, we're plugging in Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. Now, here's the situation with AD. His price is not reflective of how good the card is. AD's price is absolutely ridiculous on this game. I guess I haven't really paid too much attention in the past day to what Anthony Davis's price is, but his price is crazy. However, you can't disrespect the card just because his price is high. AD's got a smooth release, super smooth, good 3-ball, great defense, just a perfect two-way player. With who my number 1's going to be and my number 3, AD is going to give you way more offense. So if you like offensive-minded power forward, AD is going to be your number 1 power forward on this game. Now again, I would hate to see you guys waste your MT on him. I think the card is way overpriced. However, if you're a big Laker fan or really like Anthony Davis or just offensive power forwards and you really want AD, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. You guys can make your own decision. But I do think right now he's your second best power forward in the game. It's just sad that Opals are so overpriced right now. Coming in at my number 1, and I think it's by a wide margin, is Galaxy Opal Giannis. Now, I know Giannis is on my small forward list too, but I think he deserved to be on both because I prefer playing Giannis at power forward. But look at this card, guys. Look at this card. Y'all know the heart eye emojis? That's the emojis I want to look at with Giannis. I mean, oh my, what else can you do with this card? I mean, he does it all. He plays defense. He can knock down shots. He now has a 73 3-ball. He can handle the ball. His release isn't necessarily that quick, but it's super easy to time, easy to green. Galaxy Opal Giannis is your best power forward in the game. And honestly, guys, I don't even think it's particularly close. You guys can disagree if you want, but that's how high I am on Giannis in this game right now. I think he is your best power forward in the game. I really don't think it's that close. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Ranking our top 10 power forwards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Let me know your thoughts on it. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.